What's going on, guys? My name's Gerard. Today we're going on a Tailslide Revert Frontside. Before you learn this trick, you should know how to tail stall and frontside kick turn. Alright, so tail stall frontside revert is going to be one of the first two stall revert tricks you learn on a mini ramp. It's really going to be between this trick and nose stall backside revert. I have a tutorial on that too if you want to check it out, see which one feels easier for you. Really the difference between the two is with tail stall revert, the one we're going over today, you should already be comfortable doing tail stalls, so the first part of the trick is going to be really easy. But when you come in for the revert, you're going to come back in fakie. So that's where people can get a little uncomfortable. With nose stall revert, it's kind of the opposite. The stall is kind of weird because you're stalling up on your nose. But if you already know how to do rock and rolls, you're turning in backside and you're coming in regular. So it can feel a little bit more comfortable with that backside rotation and not having to right away fakie. For tail stall revert though, because the first part is comfortable, a lot of people feel a lot more confident going for this trick before the nose stall revert. So how the trick works, you're gonna come up fakie, do a fakie tail stall like you're used to, but when you're up there, you're gonna press your foot back down into the ramp, and while you're doing that, you're gonna slide your wheels front side and come back in fakie. I mentioned with nose stall revert, if you have rock and rolls down first, it makes it a lot easier. Most people, when they learn this trick, myself included, don't have a switch rock and roll down, which would be the closest thing to this movement. So there's not really a trick to do beforehand that's going to give you the motion, in my opinion. If you've got your tail stalls and are pretty comfortable frontside axles, frontside kick turns, you should be comfortable enough to open up your shoulders and come back in at this point. So the two keys to this trick, in my opinion, are your shoulders and how you distribute your weight. So those are the two biggest things that will hold you back from learning this trick. I'm gonna assume you already know how to tail stall, so we're not gonna spend a lot of time there. But when you're in the tail stall for this trick, what you wanna do is open up your shoulders front side. So for me, I try and picture it like my chest is facing into the ramp. Normally when you go into a tail stall, your shoulders are gonna be parallel with your board. So really what you're doing now is turning them to be parallel with the coping. So your chest is facing the ramp. What that does is when you drop back in, you're gonna finish that rotation so your feet will follow your shoulders around so you can right away fakie. The hardest part for me about this trick is the weight distribution. Learning nose stall revert first for me helped a lot to figure out how this should work, because when you watch this trick, you'll notice that when you're coming back in, it's your back wheels that are sliding. So my first instinct was that I need to put all the pressure on my back foot to slide the board around. It's actually the opposite. The biggest thing about this trick is getting your weight off of your back foot. If you keep all of your weight on your back foot, what happens is your wheels stick and the board just flips out. So you actually need to shift all the weight down to your front foot to allow those back wheels to slide around. So when you're coming back in, this trick is all about shift the weight to your front foot, use your back foot to guide the board around, and right away fakie. Some of the big problems that people have when they're learning this trick is not getting the rotation all the way around. I know for me, a big part of it was kind of getting a half rotation, stepping off, falling off the board. Part of that came from just not feeling comfortable turning all the way around to fakie. What you have to tell yourself, if you're only coming down halfway, you're not turning your shoulders enough. So you have to tell yourself, I gotta bring my shoulders around. If you get your shoulders all the way around to be fakie, your board's gonna follow you too. If you notice that you're not reverting at all, if your wheels are sticking and the board is just slipping out, you're putting way too much weight on your back foot. So like I mentioned, with this trick, it's all about giving the weight to your front foot so those back wheels can slide and your board can come all the way around. This is a trick that can definitely shake your confidence a little bit just because it feels so awkward having to turn your body frontside and roll away fakie, but just keep practicing it. Remember to turn your shoulders, remember to shift your weight to your front foot, and you're gonna land it in no time. Tail stall revert is one of those first revert tricks that you're gonna learn. And honestly, it's a building block for a lot of other tricks that you're gonna learn pretty soon, like 50-50 to fakie, frontside 50-50 revert, frontside 5-0 revert. It's all the same motion, you just start in a different way. Don't forget, leave a comment down below, let me know what trick you wanna learn next or what trick you wanna see me learn next. And if you learn a new trick, send a video my way, might find yourself at the end of the next video. Till then, see you guys next time.